Zach here, reseller, getting ready to run into my favorite thrift store here in Durango, Colorado, see what I can't come up with. All right, so right off the bat, got a banger. This guy is priced up at $14.99, but it's a plus size. It looks to be pretty clean. I'm gonna check the zipper, look it over, and I'm gonna grab it. These are some women's cool hiking pants. They're cargo. They are new with tags. Unfortunately, Goodwill doesn't have an actual Goodwill tag on it, so I'm gonna go ask somebody to tag it. They probably want a fortune, but this is a great brand, and they're new. Tag on. Let's come back here and try to peek over the hats once in a while. There's a hat that's new with tags, generally something outdoorsy or something worth grabbing, but today it looks like the hats have just been picked over from the weekend. Found this Patagonia men's Capilene midweight base layer, and I've sold the heck out of these Capilene base layer shirts in the past. This one's actually a little fancier, so I don't mind paying out for it. Make a ton off of them, but I might be able to get a little bit more for this one because it's a newer style. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Patagonia's always solid. All right, so the pricers here were able to take these cool women's hiking pants to the back. They weren't real kind with how they priced them, but the actual real tag says they go for $79. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy them. I don't mind paying up for something that's brand new, especially cool because I sell the hell out of it. Found some vintage Barney bed sheets. Definitely gonna skip on these. Did find two Patagonia men's organic cotton long sleeve button down shirts, but there's nothing fancy about these other than that they are Patagonia. They're not upgraded materials. The sell-through rate's not terrible, it's not great, but because they are priced up, I'm gonna skip on these. If there was a cool print to them, if they were wool, I would grab them in a heartbeat. I wouldn't mind paying up. I hate to pass on Patagonia, but there are just some brands that some things don't sell that well or don't sell for that much. Shoe aisle here looks like it was rampaged through from the weekend, and I'm not too worried about it because I really don't care to sell shoes that much anymore. I've sold a few all-clad kitchen items in the past, generally pots and pans, but this is just a utensil holder. It is only $2.99. I went ahead and looked it up. There are 15 listed. There are 30 that have sold. They sell for about $16 to $25. I'm gonna grab it because it's only $2.99. How are you, brother?
Doing good today, yourself?
Oh, busy day.
Yeah.
So I'm scooting down the road here because I got about a 10-minute drive to the next thrift store I'm gonna go and try to source from. But this is something I brought up in a longer length video several months ago. And this is, again, some food for thought because I got the time to share some of my failures with you. So hopefully they become the better part of your victories if you're getting into reselling. Trying to keep track of your items is so imperative, especially if you're wanting to take this serious, especially if you're wanting to make it a hustle or your full-time living. And as I said months back in a video, when I first started doing this, I was just playing around with it. I thought I would just be kind of a hobby flipper, and I got really good at it really quickly. And the big mistake I made was not keeping better track of my inventory. And so this simple tip is to go on Google. You can look on Google Sheets and create yourself a spreadsheet. If you go on YouTube, you can watch Mark II, Not Your Dad's CPA, or Not Your Dad's Average CPA. Mark II was the person that gave me some great advice to create a spreadsheet, and I just use Google Sheets. Now currently I've grown from there, and I'm using a software system that helps to keep track of my sales, but it also keeps track of my deductions. And so I personally use My Reseller Genie. Shout out to Paul and Faith. I don't work for My Reseller Genie. I'm not trying to plug their product because I'm being sponsored by them. I'm just passionate about it because it's made my job a lot easier. So whether you're using Google Sheets for free and you create a spreadsheet, or you just invest in My Reseller Genie or one of the other software systems that are out there to help you, I suggest it. Things can get really confusing in a heartbeat. There's a lot of things to track, including fees, shipping costs, your cost of goods. And the more that you can automate your system, the less you'll be pulling your hair out at the end of the year, and also the less work you'll be putting in on a daily basis. And so I have a pretty good system, but I'm always trying to fine tune the system down to where it's even more efficient. I give credit to my past life in the medical field for having that kind of thought process when it comes to efficiency. And the more efficient you are, the more systems you put in place, and the more you have a routine, the less you'll be doing book work or inventory work or all that boring stuff, and the more you'll be out to and the more you'll be able to get out and treasure hunt and source and do the fun part of the job, the part that I love to share with you. So I'm getting closer to the next thrift store. I will get off my proverbial soapbox, but I do love sharing the things that I didn't do right with people through this glass lens, through this glass mirror, hoping that somebody takes my advice and runs with it and makes their life easier. So that is it for today.
All right, so this section of town in Durango requires you to pay for parking. So I'm literally, paying to find goods. I better find something good at this place. Let's start with jackets. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up this men's quarter zip. It's a Sims fishing apparel brand, and the print on it is a little messed up, but still a great brand, and for $3.50 I can flip it. All right, I came across this Mountain Hardwear men's fleece vest. It's a little dirty, but it's only about $6, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash it and take the gamble and see if I can't turn $6 into $25. This is a vintage Pyrex nesting bowl. It's the 1.5 liter in the colonial misprint, and it's scratched up and a little beat up, but this is a little bit more of a rare print, and it's only a few bucks, so I think I'm gonna grab it. Probably be able to sell it for 15, 20 bucks, maybe even in this condition. All right, I got a few good things here. I got the Pyrex bowl, the Sims quarter zip, and a few things for my kids, and then I also was able to pick up a Mountain Hardwear vest, and so those were all good finds. I'm gonna have to wash a few of the items, but didn't spend a whole lot, like 20 bucks. I'm happy with that. The quality of the garments weren't as nice as the last stop, but that's how it goes. I'm gonna race down to the next stop, see what I can't find. So I thought I had it bad when I was packed up and full of boxes to ship, but that guy's got it worse. Side of the La Plata County Humane Society thrift store. I've been kind of bagging on this store the last few times I came through, and actually at the end of last week, I didn't even come inside of here. I just drove right by it. And so I'm hoping today, I'm setting those intentions high, that I can find something really good. We'll see what we do. So this is one of my favorite things to source. This is a Wrangler vintage pearl snap Western long sleeve shirt. It's got that Southwest stripe in it. It's in good shape. Unfortunately, it's not priced in a good realm for me, so I'm gonna have to skip on it. It's too bad because it's a pretty shirt. This Filson jacket, and then I found that it was also overpriced. Gonna skip on it. Too bad. All right, I came across this Figs zip-up hoodie. Figs is medical apparel worn by a lot of women. It's a pretty quality brand. It is $5. It needs a lint roller. And then also this Marshwear women's fishing hunting shirt. Not a great size, but it's only $3. And then I've had my eye on this thermal ball, like I said, but it's priced way up there and it's very dirty. It's a little bit of a gamble because I'm not sure I can get it completely clean. Very dirty, but it is camo. It's not a bad size. It's just really dirty. So I'm gonna have to think about that one. Found these BKE Tyler jeans. They look to be in good shape, and this brand, as well as the series Tyler, has been a good seller. I think I've sold 3 or 4 pair of these in just the last year. Hopefully they're not, hopefully they haven't been placed here on accident. So pretty successful day up here sourcing in Durango. Made 3 stops. I think I got over 10 items, I believe. I went ahead and made the purchase on this North Face Thermoball puffer jacket. It's very dirty and I paid way up for it. So the profit on it is not gonna be great, but those jackets sell really good for me. It was a pretty good day up here sourcing. I've been doing good with my business, so I felt like I could take that risk. Normally I wouldn't pay more than about $15 to $20 for a jacket like that, and it would generally be in much better condition, but I have the power of OxyClean on my side, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna soak this jacket, but first I'll spray it in OxyClean spray and wash solution, then I'll soak it in OxyClean, and I think I can probably get it pretty cleaned up and still double my investment. So thanks for joining. I'm gonna race back home, probably do a quick haul to share with you all the things I've purchased to resell and share with you what I think I might be able to make off of them. I appreciate you watching thus far. For all those people that reach out and make comments, thank you. And all the new subscribers, I hope there's something I'm teaching you, or you see me sourcing something that helps you in your reselling endeavors. So please make comments. I love the feedback. I love to hear what you're sourcing. I love to hear about the good deals that you're finding. So here's my haul for the day. I just spent several hours up in Durango, Colorado doing some thrifting,
and I came away with 11 items. I did, however, purchase several items for my kids and got a shirt for myself. That is one of the benefits of reselling. So I'm gonna jump down off this stool, get up close and personal with some of these items, tell you how much I paid up for each one of them, and then give you an idea what I could sell them for, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna start off with a couple hard goods I purchased. This is a Pyrex nesting bowl, and it's in a rare color called Colonial Mist. Now this is kind of the middle size bowl. I believe it's the 1.5 liter or the 442. This bowl is not in the best of condition. It's pretty scuffed up, pretty scratched, not real great appeal to it or appearance to it, but it's a fairly rare print, and I sell a lot of Pyrex, and I haven't came across this print. So when I looked it up, a bowl in this condition, well, I couldn't find one in this condition. A bowl in better condition like this, of this size, was selling for about $20 to $38. I think I could probably get 15 to 20 for it. Somebody's probably out there looking for a missing piece, and they're gonna be willing to pay for it. I won't make a whole lot of profit off of it because I did pay $4 for it, but I love selling Pyrex. Both my grandmothers had Pyrex, and I've said this in past videos. Every time I find a nice piece of Pyrex, especially one that I can make a couple $100 off of, I know it's my grandmother shining down for me. So I do it because it reminds me of them, and it also gives me some kind of love and energy to keep going with this game of reselling. So moving over this all-clad utensil container, I did show you in the video. It was only $2.99. These sell for about $16 to $30. This one's a little bit dirty and a little bit scratched, but I still think I should be able to sell it for probably 20, 24 bucks, somewhere in there. And that's not a bad profit. Pretty easy to list hard goods like this, and I wish I could only find more of them. Gonna move up here now. This is a pair of BKE Tyler jeans, and I like selling BKE men's jeans. I don't do as well on the women's jeans, but if you can find the Seth, the Tyler, all the jeans are named after guy names, they're gonna be money for you, especially if they're in good condition. And I found that the ones with darker wash tend to sell a little faster and sometimes sell for a little bit more. And I only paid $3 for those. So I'll probably get 25, 30 bucks out of them. Now this is a Patagonia Capeline base layer. It's a midweight, so it's actually a little heavier than some of the ones I've seen in the past. I did pay up for this guy, and it's hard to say what I'll be able to sell it for. The older ones I've sold in the past weren't striped like this. They were a very basic olive color or gray color. And if I remember right, they sold for about 18 to 25 bucks depending on condition. So hopefully I can get at least that for this guy. I might be able to get a little bit more because it is newer. I love Patagonia. Most Patagonia sells, but like I told you in the store, not everything with a great brand is always gonna sell. So here's another one of my favorite brands. This is a Mountain Hardwear fleece vest. I did pay $7 for it. It's gonna need washed, and it's gonna need a lint roller, but I probably should be able to get mid-20s for this guy, and it probably won't sell super fast because it's not a newer style. But people on the coastlines are always looking for Mountain Hardwear, and oddly enough, I sell a lot of the puffer jackets to people in New York City. Not sure why. It must be a style thing out that way. Excuse me. So this is a Figs zip-up hoodie, and I picked this up for $4 or $5 at my last stop. It definitely needs a lint roller. I'm gonna go ahead and just wash it. It's a little bit faded, but Figs is hot in the medical industry, and so I'll use keywords like medical professional, nursing garb, scrubs, things like that to catch more attention. And then this is a women's marshwear shirt. These have become a little bit more popular in just the last couple years. The sell-through rate on this is pretty good. There was only 1 or 2 listed and like 3 sold. And so for $3, I didn't mind picking it up. Anything camo is pretty popular right now. And this is kind of an athleisure or outdoor apparel brand. Not quite sure. It's kind of new to me, but it's always worth looking up stuff you're uncertain of. All right, so this is just a bread and butter find. This is a Simms quarter zip fishing shirt. This is a little beat up. I only paid $3.50 for it. If I can get low 20s, I'll be happy. One of the letters on the front print is starting to kind of come off, but I've sold some pretty beat up Simms fishing garments in the past, and I think that's kind of expected with doing outdoor hobbies like hunting or fishing, that there's just going to be some wear on garments like this. So make sure that you put flaw on your title or read, anything like that to catch the viewer's attention so that they don't think you're trying to sell them something that's beat up. Don't want to have to field a return.
All right, so this is the gamble of the day. I went back and forth for about 15 minutes on if I wanted to buy this. I paid way too much for this, way too much for this. And I think I just bought it to challenge myself simply because I wanted to see if I could get it clean. The potential to sell this jacket, if I could get it clean, is good. And the amount of money I could get for it's probably somewhere between 55 to 80 bucks. It is camo, despite not being green camo. And it is a puffer jacket. It's North Face. It's not a bad size. It's just dirty as hell. So to pay $30 was way paying up for me. But I think I can spray it with OxyClean, as I said earlier in the video, and then soak it overnight in OxyClean. And you'd be shocked some of the stains I've gotten out of some different materials, or different items of clothing, and been able to sell for a pretty good profit. So the chance of getting this completely clean, it's hard to say, but we'll just see, and we'll call this a science experiment. Now, this guy here is the same exact jacket, just a little bit bigger in a blue colorway, and I paid $14.99 for this. This jacket's solid. I will list this immediately. I should be able to get probably 70, 80 bucks for it if I'm patient. It is a bigger size. Again, it's a thermoball puffer, and jackets like this just don't last long for me. And that was a big reason why I decided to purchase the white camo jacket right next to it, is I just know how quickly I can flip them. And then lastly, last garment I bought, I did pay up for these. These are some cool splash roll-up women's hiking pants. These are new with tags. As I said in the video earlier, brand new, these are $79. I did pay $19.99 for them. I'm still not sure what I'll price them at, but I definitely want to try to at least get 55 to 60 bucks for them. Might take a little bit of time to sell them, being that they are new with tags. And this is not an extremely older style, but it's not a brand new style either. So nonetheless, as you will see, a decent day of picking today. I paid up for several of these items. I did not have to buy the camo white North Face jacket, but I did just for the heck of it. Why not? I've got the ability to do so at this point in my life with my business. So I appreciate you following along. Please make mention if you see me walk past anything that was of value, or give me a hard time if I just didn't even see it and was clueless to what it was. If you like these videos, please hit like, or even better, please subscribe. I appreciate you. I'll be back here soon with another video or another short on what I sold. I'm out.